Hi, welcome to the Daily English Podcast. I'm Sam, and in today's episode, we're focusing on intermediate English learners, people like you who understand English, but want to speak more fluently, listen faster, and feel more confident in real conversations. Maybe you've studied English for years. Maybe you've passed grammar tests, but when it's time to speak, your mind freezes. You pause. You translate. You feel stuck. If that's you, this episode will help. We're going to talk about what you need to improve at the intermediate level, a short conversation story for listening and shadowing, tips to stop translating in your head, daily speaking challenges you can do alone or with a partner. This isn't classroom English. This is real, practical, everyday English. So relax, take a deep breath, and let's train together. Part 1. What it means to be an intermediate English learner. So you're not a beginner anymore. You can read English. You understand a lot when you listen. You know basic grammar. You've probably studied for years. But when it comes to speaking freely, you feel stuck. Your brain works. You have the words inside you. But when it's time to speak, you pause. You translate. You feel like your tongue can't keep up. This is the intermediate level, and it's one of the most common and most frustrating stages in language learning. Let me tell you something important. If you feel like this, it means you are ready for the next step. You're not a beginner. So what now? At the beginner stage, learning is exciting. You learn new words every day. You feel like you're making progress quickly. You go from zero to something. You can say your name, talk about your day, ask for food. But at the intermediate stage, the growth feels slower. You already know I'm hungry. You already know I like this movie. Now you want to express opinions. You want to join real conversations. You want to listen to native speakers and actually understand them. That's where the challenge starts. You need to build fluency. What is fluency, really? Fluency is not speaking fast. It's not using big words. It's not perfect grammar. Fluency means you speak without stopping too often. You can say what you want to say. You don't need to translate in your head. You understand people when they speak naturally. You feel comfortable using English in real life. Fluency is not about being perfect. It's about being comfortable and confident. And the only way to build fluency is with practice. But not just any practice. You need the right kind of practice. What kind of practice do you need? At the intermediate level, you need more than just grammar exercises. You need real English input and real output. Here's what that means. Input. This is what you hear and read. Podcasts like this one. Stories. Videos. Conversations. You need to listen to real English every day. Not textbook sentences, but the kind of English people actually speak. Output. This is what you say. It's your turn to speak. And you don't need a partner. You can speak out loud by yourself. You can shadow podcasts. You can describe your day in English. You can ask yourself questions. When you combine input and output every day, your fluency will grow naturally. Why do so many learners get stuck at this level? This is a big question, and I hear it a lot. So let me tell you a few reasons why intermediate learners feel stuck. 1. They stop using English every day. Maybe they studied in school. Now they only use English sometimes. But fluency needs daily use, not just study. 2. They try to be perfect. They worry about grammar. They get nervous. They wait too long to speak. But fluency comes from making mistakes. Don't wait to be perfect, speak now. 3. They don't listen enough. Listening builds your brain's understanding of rhythm and connection. If you only read, your listening will stay weak. You must train your ears too. 4. They translate too much. It's normal to think in your native language. But if you never try to think in English, you'll always feel slow. That's why we'll talk about thinking in English later in this series too. What you should focus on now. So, what should you do now? You already understand basic English. You just need to use it again and again every day. Here's what to focus on. Listen to English podcasts like this one every day. Repeat real English sentences. Speak out loud, even if you're alone. Try to think in English during your day. Focus on understanding the message, not every word. Don't stop if you make a mistake, just keep speaking. This is the practice that builds fluency. This is how you go from intermediate to advanced. Part 2, Story Listening and Shadowing Practice. Let's now practice with a real-life story. You'll hear the same story twice. First, I'll tell it slowly and clearly. Then I'll tell it again the way native speakers speak. Faster, more connected, and natural. Your job is to listen, repeat, and feel the rhythm of real English. If you need to pause and go back, do it. This is your fluency training. Let's begin. Turtle slow version story. A busy day in the city. Yesterday was a busy day. I had a lot to do. In the morning, I woke up at 6:30. I took a shower, got dressed, and made some coffee. Then I left home and walked to the bus stop. The bus was a little late, but I didn't mind. I listened to a podcast while waiting. When the bus arrived, it was very crowded. I stood the whole way. At 9 a.m., I arrived at work. There were many emails to answer. I had 2 meetings before lunch. One was with my manager. The other was with a new client. At lunch, I went to a cafe near the office. I ordered a sandwich and a small salad. The place was quiet, so I read a few pages of my book. In the afternoon, I worked on a report. It was a bit stressful, but I finished it before 5 o'clock. After work, I met my friend Lisa for dinner. We went to a new Thai restaurant. The food was delicious. We talked for more than an hour. I got home at 9 p.m. I felt tired, but satisfied. It was a long day, but it felt good to get everything done. Now, take a breath. You've heard the slow version. Now, let's try the same story, told how native speakers talk in real conversations. Some words will be shortened. Some sounds will connect. Listen closely. Then try to shadow, speak with me at the same time if you can. A busy day in the city. Yesterday was pretty busy. Had a ton to do. Woke up around 6:30, jumped in the shower, got dressed, and made some coffee. Left the house and walked to the bus stop. The bus showed up late, but it was fine. I just listened to a podcast while I waited. When it finally came, it was packed. No seats, so I had to stand the whole ride. Got to work at 9. Inbox was full of emails. Had 2 meetings back to back. One with my manager, one with a new client. At lunch, I hit a little cafe near the office. Grabbed a sandwich and a salad. It was quiet, so I read a few pages of my book. In the afternoon, I worked on this report. It was a little stressful, but I managed to finish before 5. After work, I met up with my friend Lisa. We tried a new Thai place, really good food. We chatted for over an hour. Got home around 9. Totally tired, but also kind of proud. It was a long day, but yet it felt good to get so much done. Speaking head practice tips. Now it's your turn. Go back to the slow version. Pause after each sentence. Repeat it out loud. Then, listen to the natural version again. try to speak at the same time. This is called shadowing. Don't worry if you miss a few words. The goal is to catch the rhythm and speed. Repeat both versions every day for 3 to 5 days. You will improve your listening speed. Understand real spoken English better. Start speaking with more confidence and flow. Stories like this are powerful. They're full of real vocabulary, natural expressions, and everyday grammar. The more you listen and speak with real English, the faster your fluency grows. Part 3. Common mistakes intermediate learners make. Let's talk about a few mistakes many intermediate learners make and how to fix them. Mistake 1. Listening without focus. Many people listen to podcasts or videos but don't know what they're listening for. Fix. Always know the topic. Try to understand the big idea, not every word. Mistake 2. Translating in your head. When you translate, you speak slowly and feel stuck. Fix. Think in English. Use short, simple thoughts during your day like, I'm tired or I need coffee. Mistake 3. Worrying too much about grammar. Some learners wait to speak until their grammar is perfect. Fix. Focus on communication. Mistakes are normal. Speaking is more important than being perfect. Mistake 4. Avoiding speaking. You're afraid to sound wrong, so you stay silent. Fix. Talk to yourself. Practice speaking out loud every day, even for 2 minutes. Mistake 5. Not reviewing. You forget words because you don't go back and review. Fix. Write new words down. Say them out loud. Use them again.
Mistake 6. No routine.
If you don't have a plan, it's easy to stop learning. Fix. Make a small daily routine. Listen, speak, repeat, review. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough. Remember, fluency doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from daily practice. Conclusion: you're already getting better. You made it to the end of today's episode. That means you've already practiced your English, and that's something to be proud of. You listened to real English. You shadowed a story. You learned how to avoid common mistakes. And most importantly, you took action. Remember, fluency isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up every day, speaking out loud, listening with purpose, thinking in English, even for a few minutes. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to speak slowly. What matters is that you keep going. Even 10 minutes a day will help you speak more confidently, understand more clearly, and feel more natural with English. So don't stop here. Come back tomorrow. Repeat one part of today's episode. Speak to yourself. Shadow another story. Thank you for listening to the Daily English Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave a comment. New episodes come every week. Always slow, clear, and made to help you improve. Until next time, keep listening, keep speaking, and never give up. You're doing great.